What's up YouTube, this is Albert Aldridge of albertaldridgefitness.com. Thank you very much for clicking on the video, it's an absolute pleasure having you. Hope you're having a great start to the week, hope you had a good workout, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I do encourage you to do so because I do daily uploads about fitness, nutrition tips, nutrition advice, diet advice, lifestyle, so many other topics, and every single week I do really entertaining full day of eating, which I put up yesterday, and if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link just here somewhere on the screen where you can go and have a look and check it out. But the main topic of this video today is that I've got a free nutrition plan ebook download that you can get right now. It's the first link in the YouTube description, and what it is, it's going to benefit your fitness and your nutrition approach so much, and it will benefit your life. What it's going to do is it will tell you about how you can set up your own nutrition plan in 6 simple steps. It really is that simple. 6 steps, takes about 10 minutes to do, then you'll be able to get on the road to losing weight, gaining muscle, or do a combination of the two, whatever your goals may be in terms of fitness. It will tell you about cooking hacks to save calories. So an example of this in the book, it mentions, it's something that I personally wrote as well. No one else has helped me do this, it's just been from me. The cooking hacks, an example is like how you can not have butter on bread, but you could put quark cheese on there with some pepper and salt instead, or you could put, say, instead of olive oil liquid, use olive oil spray. They're 2 very, very simple cooking hacks, but there is a lot more to it. And then the top foods for dieting as well, I go into more detail about foods that are slightly lower in calories per 100 grams and compare it to foods that are higher in calories, and say some healthy alternatives, but still how you can make it taste nice and not make vegetables taste so bland if you have to have them in every meal because you're on very little calories. I also talk about how to stay lean on vacation, so when you go on holiday or something, you're very conscious of wanting to keep some sort of six-pack if you have one, or just stay relatively lean or not put on too much fat. So I talk about diet approaches as well as how you can implement a bit of exercise into the day whilst you're on vacation but not feel like it's extra effort in order to stay relatively lean and keeping fit. Reverse dieting, I also talk about how that is very key to keeping the weight off after a diet, because there are a lot of diets out there. I don't know if you Americans have come across this, but Slimming World, Weight Watchers, Lie to Life, there are things, don't get me started on them, but I'm truly against them, just because they talk about having so little calories. That is not the way forward. The way with my approach with dieting is I think about longevity, so how you can sustain it after you finish the weight loss diet, and I talk about how reverse dieting is key to keeping the weight off, so you don't just, once you've finished a diet, you don't increase your calories rapidly because you've been depriving yourself for such a long time, and you're able to keep the weight off and therefore build on it. You can either lose more weight or start gaining weight slowly in order to build muscle. I also talk about how carbohydrates in this book are very important whilst you're dieting, because a lot of people, again, stupid diets like keto diet, low fat diet, low carb diet, there might be a low protein diet, I don't know, but these diets, they're just not sustainable. Again, don't get me wrong, different types of diets like keto, the 5-2 diet, paleo might be really beneficial for performance or something, but in terms of just losing weight for the average person, it's not good. You need to be including all macronutrients into your diet, and it's about calories in versus calories out. That is the main thing that's going to help you determine, that's going to help you to lose weight. And actually that brings me on to my next topic in this ebook. It talks about daily calories versus weekly daily calories versus weekly calories. So if you're maybe somebody who likes to save more calories to the weekend, you can not eat so much during the week and then have a little bit more at the weekend, therefore you're able to still balance out your weekly caloric intake and therefore lose weight in total. But I talk about that in more detail throughout this ebook. And finally, consistency, self-improvement, and not comparing to others, and there are many more topics that I talk about in this video. So please, if you'd like to get a copy of this, I really want you to benefit from this, so just go and click on the first link in the YouTube description, just type in your email and your name, and then I'll send it to you for free. And then all I ask is that please can you leave an honest review on Amazon of the ebook to see whether you enjoyed it. Maybe you'd like something else put into the ebook, maybe you'd like something improved, and I just want all this feedback put on Amazon so I can see where I can make it better, and therefore in the future can benefit people even more. And I'm just going to go through some of the exercises that I did today in this workout just before we end off this video. I started off with bench press, did 4 sets. I was in the gym quite a long time today, I didn't mean to be, but it just didn't go well today, to be honest. 75 kilograms felt stupidly heavy. I'm not sure why. I had around 5-6 hours sleep, I think. That was from around 3:30 a.m. till about 9 a.m, so 5.5 hours, which probably isn't great, but I shouldn't complain. And maybe I think my warm-up might have been a bit too long, but days you will get that it just is not working in the workout, and those kind of workouts are the ones you've just got to push through and then think about the next time you go into the gym and see whether you can kill it again. But with 75 kilograms, I've just got the volume in, always making sure with a bench press that you keep your shoulders retracted, and then actually whilst I'm thinking about keeping my butt on the bench, I'm also, as I'm bringing the bar down, slightly trying to lift my chest up, not my hips, lift my chest up. So I'm slightly emphasizing that arch you naturally have when you do bench press, and that's completely normal. And if you do feel a little bit of pressure in the lower back, don't worry about it. As long as it doesn't hurt, that's fine. But pushing the chest out, and therefore when you bring the barbell down, that means you won't have to bring it down as far to make it touch your chest. Plus you'll be able to get more of a stretch when you do the actual exercise. So I do recommend just slightly pushing your chest up as you bring the bar down, but making sure you keep your hips on the bench. And then after that exercise, I moved on to a pec deck fly. Again, keeping it nice high rep, about 12 to 16 repetitions. Then after the pec deck fly, I think I moved on to, flat dumbbell press, where I did 27.5 kilograms for, I think, 5 sets of 8. I like to do 5 sets with each exercise because sometimes machines don't become available very regularly in this gym. So I like to stay on an exercise for a relatively long time. Then after that exercise, I did something that I haven't done in a very long time, which is dumbbell pullovers on the bench, and I supersetted that first of all with a standing, it's like a cable fly, but you're using a dumbbell. I was using it just for my right pec because that is slightly lagging compared to my left pec. I mean, both my pecs are lagging, obviously, but my right one is slightly behind my left one, and I sometimes supersetted with the with press-ups as well, just because the dumbbells needs to be used by somebody else. But with dumbbell pullovers, 2 points that you really need to think about is when you get in position, you will put a little bit of strain on your shoulder and rotator cuff because you're having to bring the dumbbell up to this position in order to get into the starting position. If you are a beginner, I do recommend somebody passing the dumbbell to you, but if you're more experienced like myself, then, and you know about your own body, you're in tune with it, then you just need to be very, very careful. And when you bring the dumbbell over, if you pull your hips down towards the ground, then what you'll find is that you get more of a stretch in the pecs, but you really have to think about the mind to muscle connection with this exercise. And after this one, I did some tricep incline bench tricep extensions overhead with the dumbbell. Really good for a stretch on the tricep. Anything that requires overhead and extending the arm in order to contract the tricep is really going to get that tricep nice and meaty. And women, if you do want to get rid of those bingo wings, tricep push downs as well as overhead tricep extensions, they are going to get rid of them, I guarantee you. Then I finished off with some push downs and then moved on to some calf raises. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please give it a like, comment down below because I will reply to you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please share this video with anyone who you think will find it helpful. I really do encourage you, go and get that ebook and go and watch the day of eating from yesterday because I really did put a lot of effort into it, especially into the introduction. It's time to make the best version. It's time to make the best version of you, and I'll see you tomorrow.